What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to another video on the channel. Today, guys, we have a very weird video today because I'm going to be reading some very old interviews. It doesn't necessarily relate to anything going on nowadays, but of course, your mind can speculate however it wants. I just thought this would be really fun to read. I found this interview while looking through Kingdom Hearts 3 Ultimania stuff the other day, and I put this interview on the back burner because I read it and I was like, you know what, this is pretty funny to like read. I wonder if people will enjoy this as a video. This is called Kingdom Hearts Re Riplai. This is apparently a book that was released back in the day in 2009 from Sqaure Enix talking about Kingdom Hearts, I think. Anyways, this has an interview with Tetsuya Nomura where he talks about the games that were releasing at the time in Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts Coded and Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days. There's a lot of questions and answers here, not as long as anything I've covered in the Ultimania by any means. Very quick, snappy, to the point stuff, but interesting nonetheless. Just a nice read, something cool to look back on. But anyways, let's get right into it. Hope you enjoy. So starting off with the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep part, the interviewer asked, why does Maleficent know about Kingdom Hearts? That's a very good question that they don't talk about in this series at all. She is influenced by contact with a certain person. It's a main part of the story to look forward to. Okay, so right off the bat, now I don't know exactly what trailer this is talking about because I'm pretty sure a Birth by Sleep trailer probably released at this point. This article was published on KH Insider, shout out to them by the way, on January 24th, 2009. So I don't know if there was some trailer at that time, and I don't know if that trailer had Xehanort in it or not, because I know Birth by Sleep trailers back in the day were really weird. I might make a whole other video about that. But I definitely know that a lot of people reading this nowadays in 2019, 10 years later, geez, are going to be thinking that this contact with a certain person they know is that creature of darkness that Maleficent talks to in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. That's what I'm thinking, definitely. And if that's not what Nomura means right here, then it obviously is one of those things that has a double meaning to it now. But at this point in the story in Birth by Sleep, we know that Nomura had the plans laid out for Kingdom Hearts 3, or had Kingdom Hearts 3 in mind while creating this game. This was around the time he started thinking up the Luxu reveal, actually, that I made plenty of videos on, just fanboying about. But this is a really cool quote right here, that Nomura even had the stuff about Maleficent in mind. Now, Nomura, since you seem to have had this big plan with Maleficent, please do something with that character, because I loved Maleficent in Kingdom Hearts 1, and I liked her in Kingdom Hearts 2 as well, even though she wasn't as involved in that game either. It was really nice back in the day to have that Disney villain involvement in Kingdom Hearts in the main story, because Maleficent very much so like fits that role, and I want Maleficent in this search for the black box. We saw her at the end, her and Pete at the end of the epilogue, and I really hope that leads into something, man. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if they actually like succeeded in their plans and Maleficent did like take the box or something, ruin whatever Luxu and the foretellers like had to do with the box, like whatever they had planned out. Like, I wouldn't mind if Maleficent was the one who maybe ruined those plans or stalled them for a certain amount of time. They had a confrontation with Luxu. Like, just involve Maleficent and Pete in the story in some way, shape, or form, because Maleficent and Pete are really cool characters. I love the dynamic between them. Every cutscene with Sora, Donald, Goofy, Mickey, Riku, and Maleficent and Pete, it's just a part of the Kingdom Hearts that we love, and that was one of the things about Kingdom Hearts 3 that was a little weird, but I won't mind what they were doing in Kingdom Hearts 3 if they build upon that in the next saga, so that's what I'm thinking. Anyways, continuing. Sora and company appear here too? Though he is unrelated directly. Please wait to see how the story leads to where Sora and company follow it up. Oh yeah, at this point, people didn't fully understand how Birth by Sleep was a prequel, whether Sora was was going to be in it or not, or how much involvement he was going to have in this. It's pretty funny hearing that question like asked at this point, because I wonder like if us back in the day were asking these questions. I was way too young at this point in time, not even gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I was still in elementary school in 2009, but it's just funny to see that. Anyways, next question. This is the last one for Birth by Sleep. The person wearing the full-faced helmet, have they appeared in previous games? And Nomura responds with something goofy. Have they appeared? Have they not appeared? I can't yet reveal their true character. I'm pretty sure this is talking about Zach, I think. He's the only one I can think of that's wearing a helmet, because that's how it was in Birth by Sleep. Like before you fought him, or while you were fighting him, when you beat him, that's when he like revealed himself. Zach is so cool in Birth by Sleep, man. I loved Final Fantasy involvement in Kingdom Hearts like that back in the day. I know a lot of people were probably like geeking out when they found out that was Zach from Crisis Core. I'm pretty sure Crisis Core like released somewhere close to this time period too. Hold on, when did Crisis Core release? Okay, Crisis Core released in 2007. Okay, so yeah, not too far off from like when Birth by Sleep was being made. Well, a little far off actually, like 3 years so, but still like close enough, I guess. Like it's not too far off. Like it's within the same like console generation. Shoot, they did release on the same console. But geez, that's kind of cool to think about. The prequel to Final Fantasy VII and the prequel to Kingdom Hearts release around the same time. That's kind of funny when you think about it. Anyways though, moving on to Coded. I wonder if he has anything to say interesting about Coded. It seems like there's more questions here. It's a matter of concern whether or not it will be released on a platform other than the mobile phone. Wait, was Recoded released at this time? Oh, I don't think it did actually. Okay, yo, during this time period, Recoded wasn't out. It was just Coded. Okay, that must have been really weird for Kingdom Hearts fans. Coded didn't release until 2010. Recoded, that's what I mean. 2010/2011 for the rest of the world. There are no plans to release it off the mobile at this stage, since I want to continue introducing the specialized system on the mobile phones more in the future. I think that's something to consider after the distribution of this title is finished. Okay, this is deja vu with Nomura here. He was saying the same thing about like Kingdom Hearts remasters before 1.5 and 2.5 came out. He was saying, oh, there's no plans to release them, yada yada yada. Same thing with 2.8. There's no plans to release Birth by Sleep Volume 2, because that's what 0.2 ended up being. We all know at this point in time that Recoded eventually ended up releasing, but it's still weird that he wanted to keep it on phones at this point, if he's being truthful about this and isn't just keeping his mouth shut for the eventual remake that was made, of course, because the remake was made a year later at this point. So I'm going to assume they had started working on it at this point, but just weren't allowed to say anything. I don't know, but the thing that really piques my interest about this comment is he talks about how he wants to introduce this specialized system on the mobile phones more in the future. Is that what eventually ended up being Union Cross? Even though it's very, very different from Recoded, well, in its own ways. There's some similarities, like Keylay leveling and whatnot. So, Nomura seems to have always had a interest in putting Kingdom Hearts on smartphones. Okay, there's some translation errors here. It looks like it'd be fun even if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts. With this game as a start, people will become interested in other Kingdom Hearts games. Simple answer, simple response. I can imagine that if Recoded was like my first Kingdom Hearts game, I would probably still become the Kingdom Hearts fan that I was today. Maybe. Though for us who played Kingdom Hearts 1, Recoded is a little weird, but I do think Recoded is a widely underrated game, or it seems that way at least. Isn't it difficult to play an action game on the mobile phone? It's been tuned to be played by a simpler input method compared to that of the normal Kingdom Hearts games. Additionally, this game comes pre-installed on the P01A mobile phone, which can connect to a television with the appropriate cable, so it can be enjoyed on the big screen as well. Okay, this interviewer obviously really wants Recoded to not be on the phone. I'm pretty sure he played Coded on the phone and he was like, what is this? Like with before Crisis Final Fantasy VII, can you communicate and play with other people? This is different from BC, before Crisis. There are plans plans to play by an interesting communication. Okay. Now I'm gonna lie, haven't played too much of Recoded, so I have no idea what they're talking about here. Does Recoded have anything like this? And I haven't beat Crisis Core either, so I'm completely in the dark on this one. I'm gonna rely on you guys in the comment section to enlighten me on what this quote and answer means. Continuing with the last section of the interview, ooh, I'm kind of interested in this part. This is about Days. I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game before, so it'd be best to start from the first game. This time it's a new main character and a new story. If you're not familiar with Kingdom Hearts, I think you can enjoy it from this main character's point of view. Additionally, it's full of content fans of the series will enjoy. I don't think any developer is ever going to tell you to not play the new game and instead to go play the old one. I think most developers, they're going to try to find some in between, or they're just going to say, yeah, buy the new game, go ahead. Most developers, I'd say, like Nomura was doing before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, he never straight up said don't play Kingdom Hearts 3 if you haven't played the other games, but he also definitely recommended people, like he basically told us by releasing all these remixes, 1.5, 2.5, 1.5 plus 2.5, 2.8, the story so far, releasing all of those things. He was indirectly telling us, the new fans, play these games before you play this game, but you can play the new game if you want. I'm not stopping you, but I definitely recommend you play the old ones. I'd imagine that's his point of view on that. I was interested in the system introduced in the demos. I regret I can't reveal all the details of it yet. Please expect more information to be revealed about it in the future. Completely forget what system they're talking about. What kind of mode is multiplayer? The multi part is basically pulled out of standalone gameplay and become missions on a higher degree of difficulty. Even playing on your own, you could choose whatever character you wanted to play, which is so cool, one of the best parts of Days. When playing as the various characters, do you gain experience points? It's not the sort of system where what you do in one play mode only influences that mode, but it's the sort which shares levels and items mutually. And the last and final question of today's video, since it covers only a year of Roxas's time, I worry that the volume of the single player mode will be small. Most of the time, the plot is taking place between the previous games, since this story is independent and is elaborating from the time of Kingdom Hearts 2. I think that after clearing all the missions, you won't feel that the contents were short-lived. And Days definitely does have a lot of content for a Kingdom Hearts game. Personally, Days is my least favorite game in the series. It's one of my favorite stories in the series though, but gameplay wise, it's not for me. To be honest, I'm not a big handheld gamer in general. The closest I am to a handheld gamer is with the Nintendo Switch. But these interviews were pretty interesting. I definitely think the Birth by Sleep one was like the most interesting because it had like a lot of like, I guess, connections to the modern storyline, or there were some hints there about the modern storyline that I really liked. But I hope this was a fun read for you guys. It definitely was for me. There are a lot of other interviews just like this that are like really old but also hold some like pretty interesting information. I'm probably going to start covering the older Ultimanias as well. I'm just trying to figure out how to cover them, if I can separate them into separate videos or if I should just do it all in one go, one really long like 40-minute video. I'm still trying to figure all that out because the other Ultimanias are pretty big. Kingdom Hearts 3's Ultimania is the biggest Ultimania to date, but the other Ultimanias are definitely not small. But stay tuned for all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. But if you enjoyed, leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.